Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. We're on the free-to-play account. Got some updates for you guys today. So first things first. So far, we've been doing okay. Oh, what's his name? uh, Terex. So we got 4 Terexes so far. If we look at the calendar, I would say I have the Dungeon Divers, the Dragon Tournament, right? Because those are done. Don't have Champion Chase, or I have the Champion Chase. I don't have the Champion Training event, but I have the Artifact Enhancement event, and I'm very close to getting the Arena event. So if we look at the Arena tournament, I think I'm just on the cusp there. I'll probably get that tonight with a little 5 reset, a 5 pull. So, really good on that front. Been working really hard in the game. We did 3 key today for Ultra Nightmare, right? Oh no, did we fall short? We fell short of a 3 key. Ah, I honestly just so I had like 23, 24, and I guess 25 or something, or 24, and it was just short. I'm so silly. I was not paying attention. So I'm not even gonna make this do the whole key. I'm gonna get like 10 million and then bounce. But the team is looking good, and it is going to shine with Wixwell. I'm going to talk in depth about Wixwell because today was some of the angriest I have ever been in Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm going to share that in a little bit. Let me get to 10 million here, and we'll talk about what it was. But everything's been going really well, and Wixwell will solve the problem that I experienced today. So, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. So, it's been going really well. Dungeon Divers, man, this Dungeon Divers was a lot. It really was. That was a rough Dungeon Divers. Especially because you really couldn't double dip, so you couldn't do 2 tournaments in it. You know, you had to kind of do almost all Dragon or Dragon and then whatever dungeon you wanted, but you weren't getting points in that dungeon for anything else, right? I tried to get some points from the champion training, which is what you should do, and I probably could have gotten a lot closer, but didn't have as much time to play, unfortunately. So that was holding me back a little bit. By the way, I'm only doing 10 million just to be safe. And it's not actually. We'll just do 10 turns. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So that there, 78.7. There is my 4 key. Wixwell will fix that. But let's talk about why I got so friggin' angry today. In Doom Tower, you'll see we've already had reset, and here I am at floor 108. Now, this looks fine. This I can beat. Problem is, there's 2 Tormund teams on the way there. So I can't use any turn meter boosting. Trust me, I've done. Guys, I gotta tell you, I probably spent 2 to 3 hours in this room. Okay, you're gonna come at me in the comments. I welcome it because that helps my channel. But I tried everything that you're gonna suggest. Okay, I've tried everything. Oh, this isn't even the team. This isn't even the final team. That team doesn't work. That team, so Arbiter is only there to revive, right? Because she can't turn meter boost. She doesn't have enough accuracy to decrease turn meter with her talent or mastery, and her AoE hit and single target hit don't do anything because she doesn't have enough accuracy. Deacon, he brings decreased defense, which I would argue that is good, but he's really just there for his speed aura. Maybe we'll try that. So, all right, let's try Deacon, but God. So I brought Godseeker in place of Arbiter for the revives, but healing too. She brings a little bit of healing, but more so for the revives. If they get a turn, and then you'll see kind of what's happening. And I've done a lot of reworks on these champions. Everybody else I'm keeping. I've tried several different DPS options, but I didn't try this. I didn't try Deacon first. So Deacon bringing decreased defense may help. I can't use his one ability, but he does bring decreased defense. So this is how it normally goes. We stun everybody. Now here's the thing. I don't want to sheep. It sounds crazy, but you'll see I will have to sheep somebody at some point. But for right now, I don't want to sheep. I want to kill the Crutraxias, but they do have their buffs. So this is like a 40% chance that he doesn't get a turn here. And I know that. I'm doing this willingly. Okay, there we go. We'll come in here. I no longer have the accuracy with Sun Wukong against this to take off their buffs. But that's fine. I'm actually really okay with everything that's going on so far and what I've been doing in the past. Let's do it to the Crutraxias. Okay, see, I get frozen there because he manipulated, or he gained turn meter, so I get frozen. That's the least bad of the freezes that I can suffer in this run. So, yeah. Now, there's not really much that I can do here other than hope that they don't completely kill my team. That's really what I'm hoping for. The provoke ruins it. So this run is lost, okay? I'll let you guys, I'll play it out. You guys are going to see this run is lost. And basically because my team is so heavily dependent on Armand's, the moment that he gets the moment he gets frozen, I'm pretty much screwed. And you're going to say, well, bring a block debuffs. Bring a cleanser. I don't have them, guys. And I'll show you on my account. The only block debuffs I have is Spirit Host. A 1-turn block debuffs on a 5-turn cooldown. No, it's not going to solve my problem, okay? No matter how many buff extenders I bring, it's not going to solve my problem. And you may be saying, oh, we'll use the sheep or whatever. The thing is when the sheeps break, Armand gets another shot at potentially getting turn meter control. I've also tried killing the Torments first, right? Now, if you're familiar with Torment, when he dies, he comes back to life just frozen. I've tried that. See, there's the 40% chance that he... I'm saying 40. I don't know the exact odds that he doesn't get to take a turn, but that's okay. Like, I don't care about the damage. It's the lockdown. I've tried different damage dealers in place of him and Sun Wukong. I'm telling you guys, I did everything. This team right here made it to stage 3. I almost did it. I had RNG luck on my side, and when I got to stage 3, I was too quick to kill the final guy on stage 2, and Armand's cooldown wasn't up. So I wasn't able to lock them down at the beginning of the fight. Because there's no Torment on the third group. That's an easy win for me. I couldn't lock them down. And then the whole team died. So, yeah, it's just RNG. I don't have the champions to beat it. But here, I'll show you. We'll use it. Boom. Already. See, frozen. There goes my there it goes, right? So now we're gonna lose because there's not really anything that we can do unless maybe. Ooh, that was pretty good damage there. That might do it. Getting rid of one of the Crutraxias is really good. I think that's I could be completely wrong about who this is, by the way. If I'm calling it Crutraxia and you're like, that's not Crutraxia, I'm very sorry. I do not know better. All right, good. Okay. There's no more crowd control coming out. So now we get to go again. Okay. Not too bad here. Let's get rid of it. She's the only problem because she can kill us. And once she's gone, this wave is no longer a threat. I am not reviving because that will give turn meter. Actually, because it would only freeze him, so that's fine. Which it did, as you can see, but that's fine. So we're fine as long as they don't get frozen. Oh. I don't understand how we destroyed them. But not her. Alright. Cool. I'm okay with that. I know you guys could be like, don't use that ability, because I tried not using that ability. But it speeds up the run, believe it or not. Because if it goes off, it does enough damage to keep us in it. Okay. So now I have to be careful. And of course, he got frozen there. And then his block debuffs came on. By the way, what you don't understand, so when he gets frozen in that, you're going to see the problem. Because he's no longer on a 3-turn cooldown now. For this one duration. See, I still have 2 turns on that. So yes, I pulled enough turn meter to get a second turn. But if you look up the freeze, and I didn't know this about freeze, if you look up the freeze mechanic, when frozen is removed, it doesn't renew your cooldowns. At least not your turn meter. When your turn meter removes it, right? So all right, let's say Armand's is frozen, and his turn meter bar got filled up before he got frozen. He takes his turn and he unfreezes himself, okay? But he doesn't gain his cooldown back. So it's a thing that obviously I've been dealing with. Now I can be liberal with my abilities here because they have not frozen themselves yet, but we should. So we're in a little bit of trouble here. So I'm going to use a sheep. At the risk of being frozen again, which I did, but it's still better control. And like I said, I can be liberal here with my abilities because they haven't died and come back to life yet. So I do not have a block revive. Sorry, I don't have a block revive built. I have Fenax, but who I actually really want to build for PvP. But I don't have him built yet. And I even went so far as to bring Dark Hane in here in a stun set and tried that, which is only level 40, so it didn't really work. But I'm not gonna build any champions just to beat these Torments here. Okay? I'm gonna let that one get whittled down while I kill this one first. This actually is working a little bit good though. Bringing the decreased defense from Deacon is speeding it up a little bit, which is good because it's less turns. See, there we go, frozen again. I don't know how bad that being frozen in that part of the turn is gonna mess me up. Well, I mean, it would have messed me up pretty significantly if the Torments could hit worth a damn, but they can't. So we're good there. I mean, the Torment, like, once we're down to just the Torments, it's really fine. By the way, this is 6 minutes in, and we're only doing this first wave. So, wait, did Torment get a turn there? Why did Sun Wukong just die? Yeah, he did get a turn. Sorry, I was tabbed out and didn't pay attention. I mean, he hasn't hit hard enough, so we're fine. Because I don't want to... I need my abilities here. Because I have to be able to do this. And he can't get frozen. He got frozen. We're going to lose again. So this is what I'm saying. I have to go 2 waves with him not getting frozen. In order... And obviously the answer is block debuffs, right? The answer is... I mean, if I can kill her... Well, that's the thing. I got to kill her and I got to kill Soulless. So I'm really kind of in a pinch here. I feel like Soulless would be... maybe we sheep one of the Torments to reduce the chances of... Oh, we got some good turn meter there without getting frozen. So that's pretty good. Let's see if we can kill her. If we can kill her, damn, so close. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Guys, if I do this on camera, if I, like, figure out this extremely frustrating thing. See, turn meter, right? Like, we're just getting screwed here from the freezes. So, basically, if Godseeker dies, I'm done. Yeah, so, there you go. And all it takes is one turn, and they can do everything that they want. My DPS or not. It's a free-to-play account, guys. Like, you're going to come at me in the comments and try and tell me all these things that I can do. Trust me, I've done them. So, let's talk reality. Before you go into my comments and try and tell me level this champion or do whatever, we have 1 week left for Doom Tower rotation, okay? And I can't get... Wixwell will solve this problem in the future. Wixwell and Armands are an amazingly powerful combo against this particular fight and probably against a lot of other fights. I tried bringing Seer for sleep and extra damage. So my thought process, because I have to use the champions that are leveled. I'm not leveling somebody just for this. I brought her for sleep potential, right? And which is only a 50% chance. Yeah. So that wasn't enough. So like, oh, he got frozen. Okay, I'm gonna sleep all of them. That wasn't enough, right? I brought Newt. Tried to, look, enemy max HP isn't the best at waves. I totally get that. Maybe tried to get a little turn meter control here. Not enough accuracy on Newt. And these, and he just can't, he's not great at killing minions because their max HP isn't, he's a boss killer, not a minion killer, right? So I tried Ursula as the lead because she had a faster speed aura than what Deacon brings, and I just don't use her abilities. I just A1 the whole time. I'm only bringing her for the aura so that my Armands can potentially go faster. That didn't work. I bring Godseeker as a reviver who can also heal, which is better than Arbiter because Arbiter's heal is on this. She can't use it because it gives turn meter and a buff. The whole team gets frozen, right? I didn't bring Geomancer, but I can't survive hits. So if the problem is that they're getting turns and blowing me up, the whole Geomancer, deflect damage isn't going to matter. Any buffs doesn't work. I've brought Allure to try and remove their turn meter. I didn't bother bringing Armiger. He kind of works in the same way as Allure with a block revive, right? But far too squishy. He's an uncommon. Yes, he's defense based, but he's not going to survive in there, right? The whole point is that they just can't get these turns because the moment that they get those turns, it's over, right? And then everybody else is sub 50 or not booked, or there's a ton of reasons why none of these champions are suitable. What is my plan? Okay, plan A. Yakarl is my next to get leveled up. He is Void Affinity. He does bring a chance to freeze when they're not... I mean, it was just about 100% against 75. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading his kit. So, Armands gets frozen. Yakarl can CC everybody. That's my plan. Okay? He also brings... He can slow them. Well, slow one of them, at least. Actually, I probably won't use this because it steals turn meter. And then we have a chance of freezing on the A1. Yeah. So, wait, decreases this champion. Decreases damage for each champion in battle under freeze debuff. Okay. So, Yakarl, it was already my plan to be built, and I'm probably going to build him. But the ultimate answer is Wixwell. And I want to talk about this because there's a nobody in my, surprisingly, none of you came at me in the comments about Wixwell and saying that he wasn't good or viable, which I was impressed by. I really thought people were, because there's a lot of hate for him out there right now. But Intercept would solve this. Obviously, I would need it on a much shorter cooldown, but provided that I can get Wixwell to go before Armand's and we put Intercept on Armand's, he cannot be frozen. As long as I can maintain it and keep it up. So it would need to be on a 3-turn cooldown. And everything else, right? And of course, and then when we would still get the benefit of his shields, right? Well, no, they're buffed, so that would be a problem. But as long as Armand's doesn't get frozen, I'm fine. And then I can give all the turn meter and do everything and just, well, I got to be careful because Intercept only has 2 stacks. But Intercept would solve the problem. Yakarl is an option. I don't know that it solves the problem. Now, I don't, look, I want to show you guys, right? So, buffs. Block. This is what I got. I got 2 rares. 3 rares, I guess. What's hers? A self block debuffs. Cool. On a 4-turn cooldown when booked. Yeah, and Spirit Host is for 1 turn on a 5-turn cooldown. Now, she does cleanse and then do the block debuffs. It's not going to be enough because Armand's can his own A1 can freeze him again. So it's not gonna work with Spirit Host. As much as I want it to, it's not going to work with Spirit Host. So incredibly frustrating. If you can't tell how incredibly irritated. The only other thing I didn't try was bring Soul Bond and try to stun everybody with her A1, but I don't have a way of making this A1 go off more often. So it would just be an arbitrary chance, it would just be an 18% chance to potentially increase my chances to survive. It's not worth it. So Yakarl has a better chance and is also Void Affinity, so that kind of will help a little bit. So that is the plan before reset, because Yakarl is going to get leveled as part of this champion training event. So I will be able to give him a shot, but he won't be booked. He probably won't be mastered because I'm saving gems. So yeah, we're kind of just at an impasse, but I gave it my all. Now this has drastically set me behind. I know I talked about being in a good spot for Wixwell, but I am probably behind where I should be. So Artifact Enhancement, I was able to knock that out. Building champions for this stupid Doom Tower room. But the champion training event, yikes, with only a day left. Not great, Bob. And then tournaments, I haven't done any Ice Golem, but we have time there. Classic Arena, I already showed you where I'm at, and then Champion Chase, we're golden. So, all right, guys. So, like I said, wanted to share that with you. I talked about Clan Boss. Oh, hey, we're going to pull some more shards, too. So, look, do I want these 7 shards going into the Summon Rush? Maybe, but the reality is I think 9 Sacreds will get me the rare, and I'm just playing for the rare at this point. So if I have to dip into Voids, I will. I prefer not to touch my Primals, but if I have to, I will. And I may get some more Ancients between tonight and then as well to get me the remaining point totals. So I'm pretty sure 9 Sacreds is going to be enough. And we're also going to have, I assume that's going to be like a progressive chance, right? So we would potentially be pulling these Sacreds with a chance to pick the legendary that we could go for and we're very close to Mercy. It's kind of a perfect storm of good circumstances for us. So let's go ahead and pull these Ancients. I didn't even look if I had room. I think I have some stuff that's ready to be leveled if I don't have room. I've got room for 5 more, and I have 6 to pull. So what do I have? Yeah, here we go. So upgrade. But let's talk about the trick, guys. For those of you that are going to be finishing up your Fusion Champion Training event, you want to make sure you're putting brews in when you feed. Okay, I'm trying not to sneeze. Reliquary Tender is an option too. I just saw her in there, but she's not leveled. Probably not even booked. Maybe booked. I don't know. So yeah, nope, not booked even. And so that puts her on a 5-turn cooldown for her cleanse, and then worse, she then will cleanse and then give a buff, and they could just get refrozen too. So Reliquary is not. I mean, she's potentially viable, but I don't know that she's going to be the best option there. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys too, and we'll go back to opening. I'm very sorry, but I really wanted to show you guys this because I didn't know this. So by the way, if you look at any character skill and hit more info, it gives you all of the buffs and debuffs. And when you come here to freeze, the champion with freeze debuff is unable to act for X turns. Cooldowns are not refreshed while this debuff is active. The champion only receives 75% of incoming damage. So that's why, even though he unfreezes himself and gets to a point where he should get his cooldown back, because he was frozen, he doesn't get the cooldown back, and it's still 1 turn off. So I'm 1 turn off. I don't think I'll be able to make up those speeds because he is already. I think he's already. I tried. I built him to be my fastest champion right now. 226 speed. That's the fastest I can go on this account, and still have accuracy that I need to land at that difficulty. So 405 accuracy is what we've got in the Doom Tower right now, and he's probably my only champion that has a high of accuracy. So. We made room. Let's go ahead and get these sacreds, or ancients. And oh, here we go. What do we got? Anchorite. Okay. I kind of don't need him. I mean, no, he would do it. Because the only debuff, yeah, Anchorite would kind of solve my problem a little bit. I mean, I don't have to use the heal. And he brings a heal as well, so... that might help in some ways. My concern is because of Armand's mechanic, when he steals all the turn meter and then instantly gets his turn when he's frozen, there's no way to get the cooldown back. So there's potential there for sure. Anchorite is an epic that I definitely slept on for a long time. I learned more about him during the free-to-play challenge series. I don't know if that might be good for me. Alright, last one during the 2x. Okay. Now we should always check the fusion for Lady Mikage. Okay, so is marked Rosin? Is that who I was thinking? They're not showing me her name, and I'm mad about it. Alright, so I just... Yeah, so I think marked was who I needed for... No, it wasn't. Okay. So there's Anchorite. I didn't get anybody new for the fusions. Marked. Okay, she is part of the fusion, but I already had her. Cool. All right, guys. Well, go at it. I gave you all the information. Destroy me in the comments and tell me how dumb I am. But hey, I will say that, you know, there was another wave I struggled with, and somebody told me, gave me tips in it live on stream, and I managed to beat it. So maybe that's all it'll take. Maybe I'm sleeping on somebody in my roster. Do a quick slow roll of my roster. 'Cause I don't think she has like any cleansing or anything, right? And that's single target sleep. Yeah. And I don't think Sill's stun is consistent enough. I thought about maybe Melga. So Fenax could prevent the Torments from coming back. So I thought about that. Archmage was a big consideration too. Obviously, I wouldn't use this, but a chance to place a stun and more turn meter reduction, right? If they don't get stunned, which gives our Mons more time to potentially get his cooldown back. That's a lot of books, though, before we and he's obviously not leveled. Also, he fills his own turn meter a lot, so he could just get frozen off of his A1 and not be able to do any of this. So, yeah. I'd say... Cornelia. Don't I have her? That just popped in my head. I do have her. I think she's got some levels under her. I'm pretty sure I just scrolled by her like 5 times here. Okay, 90, 100. Okay. Cornelia could really, really help. Because she could give me that extra turn I need. After they all wake up or get unstunned, she could sleep them again. So that might be an option that I could go. I would definitely consider that. I don't really want to build a new champion just for this, but it's not about them surviving. So Cornelia could do it at 40 or level 50, right? So, oh, also, let's do this on camera. Defeat 50 magic champions. I can do that. This is a very long video, but I don't really care because I did talk and complain a lot. We'll upgrade these boots. That is such a great... Man, I gotta talk. There's so much I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about the quality of life changes. I don't know if you guys noticed how quickly I was able to level up the food. So let's go ahead and put some brews into... That is so much... Like, look. You're not going to see it on camera. It's not something that's going to be obvious. That is so much faster than what it was before. You don't have to believe me. I believe it. That's what matters. But it's legitimately feels like it's so much faster to level up and go through the motions with champions in the tavern. So I gotta admit, like, it feels better. Okay, so I guess I'm still 1 day away because this isn't gonna get me enough points. So that's gonna get me level 49. And so tomorrow, just got to get one daily challenge done, and I get level 50. So great news there. We did really good on the Forge Pass. This is the Forge Pass that I said I didn't care about and wasn't going to do, right? So I definitely did it. I'll do this off camera. I thought I was going to get it all on camera. So we're going to call it a video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my content, if you love listening to somebody moan and complain about how hard Doom Tower Hard room might be, this is the place for you. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, please. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.